We're on Oregon 244, which is just a couple miles from I-84, just out of La Grande, and this is the confluence of Whiskey Creek and the Grande Ronde River. There were several problems here, one of which was an undersized culvert blocking fish passage, and it was also hydraulically insufficient. So during high water, water from Whiskey Creek was going out of the channel, down the roadside ditch, and then running back over the road and back into the Grande Ronde River. And this was problematic for many reasons. We replaced a 5-foot diameter metal pipe, which was failing, with a 22-foot wide concrete box culvert. The roadway was excavated, and the concrete sections were set for the bottom of the concrete box culvert. That was then filled with native material, which would provide streambed material, and the sides of the RCBC were backfilled and compacted. The lid sections were then placed on top of the box culvert, and the road was put right back on top. This was a fairly tricky project to construct. The Oregon 244 is a fairly busy highway. When the project was completed, the temporary water management was removed, and Whiskey Creek was allowed yet again to flow straight into the Grande Ronde River without any problems. We had two main things to address here. One was hydraulic capacity and the other was fish passage. Hydraulic capacity and fish passage are often tied together, and they certainly weren't on this project. The confluence of Whiskey Creek and the Grande Ronde River have been on the ODFW's radar for quite some time, and the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation was also interested in doing a project here. In 2018, ODOT kicked off this project. Summer of 2020, it went to construction. There were several complications with a project of this size. We had wetlands, we had waterways, we have an archaeology site, we had temporary water management we had to do, and we needed to make sure that all that happened within one construction season. Despite being fairly complex, this project was a real success. Hydraulic capacity, as you can see behind me, is working very well, and fish passage has been restored. The elevation of the culvert is different from the elevation upstream. To make up for that difference, a series of weirs were constructed. These were designed to stay in place and to maintain the grade, but also to allow fish passage upstream and downstream. This also provides a refugia for fish to rest on their way upstream, and also deposition of nutrients. The project provided access to 15.61 miles of ESA-listed Snake River Basin steelhead habitat in Whiskey Creek. This was a complex project. The Federal Highways Administration recognized it with an Environmental Excellence Award.